ups and downs.
Hey! Come on, girl! Give me the thing! Yeah, girl! Hey! Why don't you give me what you promised me? Cause I've been waiting where you tell me be. Why don't you give me what you promised me? Got some playing around and give me. See, I done washed your dishes and all your brother clothes. Pick cassava out your yard, I even feed your goat. I even scrub them dirty pig and get you firewood. Now you freaking out with the thing you tell me about. Now I ain't the kindest bag, but you done with me hard. I only got energy for what you say you have. Gotta be true to your word, don't act so selfishly. And give me, then I will let you be. Oh girl, come give me what you promised me. See, I've been waiting where you tell me be. Oh girl, come give me what you promised me. Girl, stop playing around and give me. Yes, girl. Woo! That's right, girl. Give me the thing. See, I'm begging, I never worked for this man. I think I deserve this, you know. Give me that thing, girl. Say this a real hot torture I don't deserve. You done work me in the ground, girl, you got some nerve. Now you won't play forget, you running on with talk. Say you ain't tell me nothing, you looking for job. I gon' tell your mommy what you do to me, and I'll go tell your papi that you been in the sea. Say that's your payment for your dirty trick. Now you gon' get licked with that double switch. You better give me what you promised me. See, I've been waiting where you tell me be. Why don't you give me what you promised me? Girl, stop playing round and give me. Yes, girl. Girl, I done worked so hard. I got all these calls and taking my hand and listening and you ain't gonna pay me. Girl, you better give me this thing what you promised me. Give me man. Yes, girl. Give me, promise me. Been waiting. Tell me be. Give me, promise me. Play it right. Yes, girl. And give me. Play, man, play. Boy, that's some sweet down on the guitar, yeah? Oh boy. I say I done wash your dishes and all your brother clothes. I dig the cassava out your yard, I even feed your goat. I even scrub them dirty pig and get you firewood. Now you freaking out with the thing you tell me about. I say I ain't the kindest bag, but you done work me hard. I only got energy for what you say you have. I'll be true to your word, so don't act so selfishly. And give me, then I will let you be. Oh girl, come give me what you promised me. See, I've been waiting where you tell me be. Oh girl, come give me what you promised me. Stop playing around, oh girl, and give me. I say, come give me what you promised me. See, I've been waiting where you tell me be. Oh girl, come give me what you promised me. Girl, stop playing around, oh girl, and give me. Yeah, girl. Give me, promise me. What kind of thing this is? I don't understand. I thought when a man go to work and come home, he supposed to get paid. When mother said,
Alright, yes you got CBS in the house. The Bimini boy. Yeah man, we come here to hold some head and arms and toes and ties. Oh man, we gon' wake up tonight, y'all. Yes come and hold your head up high. While your waist, girl, touch the sky. Shake your body, girl, touch the ground. Up and down and all around. Hold your head and hold your ears and hold your nose and hold your mouth and hold your neck and hold your shoulders, hold your chest and touch the rest and shake it up, 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 shake it up. Shake it up, shake it up. Shake it up, shake it up. Shake your body line, yeah. Come along and touch your toes. Come and show me just how it goes. Touch your knees and touch your waist. Touch yourself all around the place. Hold your head and hold your ears and hold your nose and hold your mouth and hold your neck and hold your shoulders. Hold your chest and show me the rest and shake it up, shake it up. 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 Shake your body line, yeah. Come on. Hold your head and hold your ears and hold your nose and hold your mouth and hold your neck and hold your shoulders. Hold your chest and show me the rest and shake it up, shake it up. 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 Shake your body line. Come on now, let me see you do this. Watch it. Touch your toes and touch your ankle and touch your shank and touch your knees and touch your thighs and touch your waist and grab your bottom and wind your boogie. Shake it up, shake it up. 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 Shake your body line. Hold your head and hold your ears and hold your nose and hold your mouth and hold your neck and hold your shoulders, hold your chest and show me the rest and shake it up, shake it up. 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 Shake your body line. I love the way y'all do it, girls. Y'all look so great out there shaking it up. Y'all don't get tired, eh? Man, I see some of the fellas that stop and go off the dance floor. Y'all girls just insist on shaking it up, man. Don't stop. Let me see y'all, man. Come on, do this. Shake it up, shake it up. 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 Shake your body line, yeah. Shake it up, shake it up, yeah. Shake it up, shake it up. 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 Shake your body line, yeah. Shake it up, shake it up. 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 Shake it up, shake it up.
Spike, listen, Spike, you don't hear that? Spike, Spike man, Spike coming from the island, Spike, with that warrior star, Spike, in the yard, Spike, the Taiwan, Spike, from the home, Spike, what in them, Spike, 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 come on, Spike, come on, Spike. Well, I came down like bolt, 9 months in my mama's belly. When I was born, midwife scream and shout, I had fire and brimstone coming out of my mouth. I'm exuma, cause I'm the old yeah man. Well, hey na 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 na, hey 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 hey. Exuma was a planet when I live in the stars. Exuma was a planet locked up with Mars. I heard the voice of Mary in my throat, a teeth of a frog and a tail of a goat. I'm Exuma, cause I'm the old yeah man. Well, hey na 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 na, hey na 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 na, hey na 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 na, hey na 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 na, hey. there. You get a big, big tip once you get it there. Nah, you know, I just wait for tips, but is this weight me broken up my hip? I ain't macho, I got a thing to prove, but this the biggest box that I ever tried to move. She had the biggest box in the world I ever saw. Where all she got, who could ask for more? That means she buying Miami must be spoiled. She got the biggest box in all the world. Come on, hey! Hey! Come on! Oh, it's big, I see. Man, you need to see it. Woo! Oh! Check it. Look, miss, I don't think I can handle a box this size. For me to lift this load would not be wise. She said, boy, you look like you need the exercise. But miss, for me to lift this, I gonna need at least 3 other guys. Well, I walk on the back, I try to lift. I get a little bit under my fingertips. But when it starts to rock, that's when I scream. I don't think you need me, mom. Yes, you need a queen. She had the biggest box in the world I ever saw. Where all she got, who could ask for more? That means she buy down the road, it must be spoiled. She got the biggest box in all the world. Yes, man. Hey! Oh, Jack. Uncle Darcy, come. Oh. Give me, bring it, go. Oh, shuck. What? Bring it home. Come. Never seen no box this big in my life before. No way could it even get through the airplane door. American Eagle can't even tow the weight, and Delta won't even try to take it freight. Now Bahamas Air was just changing ship, and you know that woman mouth, they already stiff. Bessie said, miss, my boss can't leave here today. She said, yeah, leave it here, but it must be going on the bed again. She got the biggest box in the world I ever saw. Where all she got, who could ask for more? That means she buying Miami must be spoiled. Oh, she had the biggest box in all the world. What? She had the biggest box in the world I ever saw. Oh, where all she got, who could ask for more? That girl she loaded, she must catch a sale. Oh, she had the biggest box in all the world. Oh, she had the biggest box in the world I ever saw. Oh, where all she got, who could ask for more? That bitch she buying Miami must be spoiled. Oh, she had the biggest box in all the world. She had the biggest box in the world I ever saw. Where all she got, who could ask for more? That means she buy down the road, it must be spoiled. Oh, she had the biggest box in all the world. Uncle Darcy, where you at, God? Biggest box in all the world. The biggest box for God. Inside the box, it must be spoiled. Oh, she had the biggest box in all the world. The biggest box in the world I ever saw. Nephew, what you got for me?
I have a dream where the powerful and the powerless will sit at the same table, where the haves will see the have-nots not as burdens, but as brothers, where class will not divide us, but conviction will unite us. I have a dream that the oligarchs will remember we must all eat, that the brown-faced neo-colonialists will remember who they are and whose they are. I have a dream that fraternities will build beyond internal architecture into a national bond, that the walls of design will give way to the bridges of brotherhood, not a fraternity of symbol, but a brotherhood of substance. I have a dream that we remain focused, that we stay in our conviction and remain fearless, that we double down, fortified, to return this Bahamaland to the foundation.
Good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen. The Foundation with Howard Grant right here, jamming with you. Check us out, guys. Make sure you like and subscribe. You could be able to like and share also. That's definitely important. We want you guys to be able to be a part of what we're doing. We're jamming out here, and we're always grateful to be in the land of living with you on this beautiful day. Forgive the tardiness today. You know where I was. And Golden Isles. I was in Adelaide. I just had to fly down JFK. Listen, just to be able to get here to you on time. The environment is electric. There's a lot of things going on. A lot of persons are excitable in that particular environment. We're going to be talking a lot of politics today. Today is election day. And so a lot of persons are out there being able to do that and find themselves in the position where they're choosing one or the other. Romeo Miller, I see you voting this morning, my brother. Well, I was in the constituency also. I saw him on ZNS. My guy being able to go down there. He moved from 8 Mile Rock, just like I moved from 8 Mile Rock, and he lives in the constituency now. So this is an exciting time. This is an exciting time. Before we go ahead and start to be able to talk about the excitement and what exists in these particular environments, we got to be as decent as possible and be able to talk about Crystal Select. I gotta hold on to see where the bar out they say Crystal Select. Guys, Crystal Select is out there being able to give you refreshing drinking water, premium drinking water for here in the Bahamas. East Street South. You can be able to get that when you go down there to East Street South. You can just be able to ask for Mr. Clark. If you're headed in that particular direction, you can be able to see that. And they take very, very good care of you. Premium drinking water. East Street South. This is Crystal Select. You can give me a call at 325-1416, 325-1416. I said to you that I don't know where you are, but during this particular time, you could be able to find Crystal Select could be able to do a great deal for you. You can be able to get those. They seem nice little bottles, little 12-ounce bottles. I think he has 16 also. I'm not sure. But you can find that, and he just puts your little label on that. Make sure that you're okay with that. Crystal Select. You can be able to get your stuff with that. So make sure you take good care of that and those areas. Also, you know that this is the month. I got the paper with me in my hand, but you know that this is the month, the Realigner. We want you guys to be able to pick up the Realigner. It's at various locations. You can be able to see that exactly what's what. This month's out, we're talking a little bit about the by-election, a little bit about sovereignty, a little bit about the zone of peace that exists in these particular spaces. That article actually goes into the idea of what we've been talking about, this sort of an idea of sovereignty, of how we're seeing this hyper intense war environment on the perimeter of Venezuela, and how Trinidad and Tobago almost kind of genuflected and afforded opportunities for America, or perceived opportunities for America to kind of be able to strategically have a position, right? So pick up the paper. It's a great paper. You can be able to read that. Listen, I don't know what your expectations are. I can be honest with you. I know some people have some expectations that the newspaper does this or says that, or talks about whatever your desires are. I just don't know. I'm gonna be honest with you. I don't know, but it's not going to be salacious. It's just not going to do that. We're not going to do that, right? And so we're going to take our time to be able to talk about that and talk about national issues of importance and issues that we can be able to continue to talk about for growth and development of the country. That's what I into. That's what I into. If the person after me decide to be able to take a different course, then praise God. Because we're looking for legacy. We're looking for this to be able to find its way in there. If y'all can give Guardian 188 years, Jesus, you can give me something, man. You can give me 50. Talk to me, nothing to bother me, right? Yeah. So we're looking for that, but we want to be able to be above board, honest, straightforward, strong, and being able to talk about those things. Okay? Pick up the paper, man. Read the paper and see exactly what's what. We want you to be a part of it and talking about those things. In the studio with me today, none other than Ian Munnings. We did our best. I did my best to try to show up out there by Anatole Rogers. I make them calls. Jesus, nothing happened. Ian Munnings, my brother, what's happening with you? Take a little sip of the Crystal Select. Go ahead.
It's pure, it's refreshing, and it is what it is. So make sure you get your Crystal Select. That's all it is.
Absolutely. My brother, what's happening with you? Talk to me about what's going on.
The ground is ecstatic. We're looking at the Golden Isles movement from 6 o'clock this morning. We've seen the trucks, the buses, we've seen the cars, we've seen the motorbikes, we've seen the bicycles. I mean, they're coming in the droves. We're talking about parking spaces, or you can't park there. You have to go way up the street to be parked. You're talking about
Karen was upset with that.
This is what I'm saying now. So you have to go in Gambia, and the people was out there from 6 a.m. this morning, and the people are still pouring in. I think there's a large voters turnout today. There's going to be a large voters turnout today.
I believe it's going to be, based upon what we're seeing on the ground. Can I say that to you? I'm trying to get something for you all. Don't freak out, right? Based upon what we're seeing on the ground, based upon, I get a couple calls to listen. We can talk some real politics today, and I'm excited about this. We can talk some real politics today. I get some calls this morning right off the top. First thing I roll over and I look at my telephone. I think the COI was live as they was parked up in the front of the gate, right? And they look like they want to fight. No, he can't do it. He ain't got no jurisdiction around here. Oh Lord, y'all need to calm down. I'm not talking about the COI wanting to fight. I'm talking about the people in the front of the gate was contentious. This gonna be, hey, listen to me. This gonna be something to see. I get called from Bimini this morning. I get called from Grand Bahama. They want to know what's going on the ground. And as I see it, I don't even know who at the forefront.
Today is a tricky day.
I can't even tell you who run the race.
I'll drink my Crystal Select.
I can't even tell you.
I can't even mind my business this morning.
Not today. Listen, I can send something to Evans right now. My wife and I just celebrated 22 years on the 22nd. 22 years on the 22nd. I didn't put anything.
Bless God for that.
I didn't put anything together in terms of being able to do this, and I wrong for that. I can show you my slim picture when I was nice and slim before I get married. Praise God. When I used to run my 5 miles a day and push weights like a beast, and then I had children, and all this is just baby fat. I just. This is just baby fat. I just want you to know that, right? So my wife and I celebrated 22 years anniversary.
That's a long time, Howard.
On the 22nd of November, 22 years.
That's a long time.
Please, sir, don't remind me. See me, look at her.
Boy, Howard, you were slim.
I tell you I was slim. I was always big, and I had lost, this when I was 22 years old, right? I had just lost about 120 pounds. 120 pounds. But, don't be afraid. I found it again, right? I found the whole thing again. My wife and I, this was our 13th anniversary, right? This is our 13th anniversary. But this is the wedding day, right? But see, I did this for our 13th anniversary. So it's my wife and I. And we're celebrating 22 years. And I'm very, very grateful. On November 22nd, we celebrate 22 years. If I was a betting man, if I was a gambling man, I would have boxed 22, and see if I could hit it with something, right? But I'm grateful. I love my wife very much, right? It's almost feel like a sentence when you say it like that. I love my wife. Like you robotic. Like,
Very much.
Like she says to you, you better say, you better tell him you love me, eh? Right?
In Bahamian language, you could get the pot out of the pot.
You better, right? No. But I have a deep love for my wife, right? And an affection. When I met her years and years ago, I fell in love with her, right? And I'll tell you the story of how that started. We were in Cuba, and she always tried to skip over this story. We were in the airport, and we were getting prepared to go to Cuba, all of us. It was like, these 150 of us were getting prepared to board a flight to go to Cuba to go to school. And as we were going in there, this guy comes in, this older man, comes in with a, members only jacket and a Kango hat. This is this era, right? He got members only. He got his little jacket already. Come inside there. So he look around the room, scan the room. He look at me, right? And I looking at him the whole time. I said, this old man doing in there, right? And he said, hey, come here, right? He said, what's your name? So I said, my name is Howard. So he said, Howard, what's your last name, right? And listen to the accent. He said, what's your last name, right? So I said, Grant. So he said, you was a Grant. So I said, yes, sir, I'm a Grant. Oh, what's your daddy? Your daddy is Howard Grant? I said, yes. Oh, he works the Freeport News. I said, yes. You see, your uncle is Pipe. He played the bass. I said, yes. Right? So he said, oh, you're a prophecy in Pioneer. I said, yes, sir. So he said, oh, I know you. Your uncle Oliver? So I said, yes. This man know my whole family. Come to find out, he's the pastor on the Grant's property at Hannah Hill Church of God, right there, 3 doors away from me.
Wow.
He's been there forever.
So he knows the whole family.
He know everybody. I don't know him because we don't go to our church. We're Anglicans, right? But he's in the community with us. And so he introduced me to his daughter, right? So he says, her name is Shathalia. So they call her Tally, right? So he said, Tally, come here, right? So she comes over, rude as ever. I just got to be honest with you. I can't lie to you. Rude as ever. So she said, yes, Daddy, right? So he said, meet Howard. Howard, this is Tally. So I said, hi, how are you? And I shake her hand. So she said, this is what you got me for, Daddy? So he said, Howard, I want you to take good care of my daughter for me. And as this keep going over my head over the course of time, I've been with her for 25 years, since 2000, right? And I keep playing this moment over in my head. And this man has never said, whilst we in Cuba. It was just, he left it wide open. He said, take care of my daughter for me. I never said. And I guess silly me. Well, I can't say silly me. Bless me. Because, the word of God says that he that findeth a wife findeth a
good thing.
Praise Jesus. And I found a good thing. She's a good, decent woman. I love her very much. 20-some years later, we're still married. We're still committed to each other. I love her very much. She loves me very much. I hope. Praise God, right? Depending on the day. If I'm an idiot today, then, I'm not fighting her. But I'm grateful to be with her. 22 years we celebrated. And I just want to be able to say, baby doll, I love you very much. I pray that the Father continues to be able to bless you, to look after you, to pour into you, to expand your territory, to be able to bless you immensely, to lift you up, that he rests his grace upon you, and that you move in the direction he calls you to move in, with the time that we have in this life. I love you. I love you having my family for me, all of my children who I love so dearly. 22 years is a wonderful thing. And so I look to have another 122 more with you. But like I told you, I don't think there's no marriage in heaven. So when we get up there, I don't know who you is. I just gonna let you know that, hey, don't ask me nothing. I don't know nothing. Don't ask me nothing. I busy, right?
Maybe you could be brother and sister up there.
Yeah, I may be a friend. I see, you look familiar, right? Well, that's that, guys. 22 years we celebrated with my wife. my wife, my one decent wife. I could be a bishop now, because a bishop could be a man of one wife. Amen.
Amen.
Yeah, I could be a bishop now. Ladies and gentlemen, let's talk about this now. Let's talk about some politics. You can take this picture down now. Praise God, right? I don't want nobody call me Jesus. Howard, what happened? Stop it. Life happened, right? Listen, let's talk about some politics. You see what Hubert Ingram said the other night?
Oh, I watched what Hubert Ingram said the other night. I watched what Mr. Lincoln Bean said the other night. There were some things that were being said.
I thought it was. Okay, so
before we get to Hubert, I think
what
we should
did I
talk
tell
about
you?
Lincoln. Before we talk about Hubert, let's talk about Lincoln.
Lincoln say what?
Lincoln said that
the U.S. people come down for him.
No. Lincoln said that there's a man calling himself Daddy. Then there is a man who called himself Papa. And then he said that, well, Pintard, you even ain't an adopted child.
Adopted child.
Praise God.
He like to show rock. He
said there's only one part of the nation, and it's Lincoln. This is what he said. It was funny because I was watching it, and as it was playing, they had the glass shattering in the background. I was saying, are you serious? So he said he was dead serious.
Well, I look at that and I think even though it's theatrical, I don't know whether or not it could be able to pull over, because as soon as you can be able to move away from those jokes and you pan into the crowd and you look at the crowd at the COI, it was scant. You saw that?
Somebody made a comment. I read it on Facebook.
It was scant.
They said if 4 mad drivers had ran their vehicles off-road through there, they would not hit anybody.
Nobody. They hit the stage. They hit the stage, though. Not in a bad way.
Oh, my God.
Listen, we love you. We love your enthusiasm. We love your commitment. We love your commitment to the democracy that we have out here. But we're only talking about the numbers that we see. And based upon these numbers that we see, your numbers was low.
Howard, shout out to Maria Doxson, because she's the fighter in the trenches. And even though the people told her, Maria, either you thinking about some people in the cloud, but it wasn't the people on the ground. It's Maria.
What she was saying? I didn't see anything from Maria. Tell me about it.
Maria was stating about how filled the area would have been. Filled.
You mean under the tent where she was? I mean, what you talking about?
Maria said that the area was filled, packed to the full capacity. So somebody said, look, I'm going to send a video in the group now. You guys take a look at this and tell me how many people do you see out there? You know, I was like, the stage was big now. They had a good setup. I'm going to take that away from them. They had a great setup. But the people just didn't pan out.
Well, I saw the stages for, and I wanted to show you guys this kind of a picture here. Isa Valdez out of Grand Bahama, who is the proprietor for Dove Radio. I just saw that she passed away. I said, whoa. That was, hey, something's happening out here.
Yeah.
She passed away. Her name is Isa, I think that's how you pronounce it, YSA, Isa Valdez, right? And she passed away, I think, Saturday night. She's the proprietor for Dove 103.5 in Grand Bahama, is the Christian radio station, and she passed away. And so I can show you a picture of her just going through my phone, just being able to try to, surmise everything that's happened over the weekend and being able to look for that. I also am looking for the photo or the information from Hubert Alexander Ingram, right? These guys were on the road from first thing this morning, but I want to be able to pick up some stuff that has been happening over the weekend. And I thought it was a poor showing as it relates to the language that a lot of persons would have used in the last push before the general election. I told you, as soon as you get Hubert Ingram on that stage, he is not going to support you. I told you that. Didn't I say this?
You did say it.
I tell you, when Hubert Ingram step up on the stage, he can tell you all, I tell him not to do it.
Howard, I couldn't wait to call you.
I tell you, Hubert Ingram can tell you that I told you not to do it.
Howard, I couldn't wait to call you. I had to call you. I said, Howard, you inside these people's
I
heads.
said, watch out. Watch out when you put Ingram on the stage. I said the F&M can put Ingram on the stage. I know they have to. The F&M don't have no momentum. Michael Pintard don't have what it takes to be able to draw a crowd. This is the first time that they had to actually put out a flyer to say Hubert Ingram coming. Did you see the flyer?
I saw the flyer.
Everybody gathered up. Get the little Georgie bundle and say, let's go see Papa. You came for that one joke. Well, let me tell you, I need to say something. Stop the music. Stop the music. I need to say something. See, they calling Brave Daddy, but I want you to know something. Savas and Adrian. Did he say Fox or did he say Adrian? I think he said Fox.
He said Fox.
Fox.
Calls Perry
Fox
Christie.
and Adrian.
Daddy.
Called Perry Christie. Daddy. We laugh. It was hilarious. We laugh. Because that's what we come here for. We know you can hit us with a zinger. But when you say, I spoke to Ryan, and I told him, you know,
wait for the big dance.
That's all I needed to hear. I know you said that. Because you're smart. You're a smart man, Hubert Ingram. You're smart. These fellas ain't got no sense, political or otherwise. Why the hell you wasting money getting after these things? To do what? What sense it make? If you are so sure and consumed with the fact that Darren Pickstock cannot perform, then let him be a non-performer and go at him hard in the general election. And you had a better chance at the general election. Because why? Like we said the other day, what did I tell you the other day? Brave is where? Cat Island.
Every man for their seat.
Chester is where?
Exuma.
Zuma. Glennis?
Angliston.
Every cabinet minister where they supposed to be. Clay? Southern Lutra. He can't fix a damn road around here. He busy. He trying to get in. Wait for the big dance. Now it's mano a mano, pound for pound, flesh for flesh. You got him. You should have waited. Now they're ganging up on you.
The proof in the pudding.
The whole damn cabinet of the Bahamas. Every road down there. You got Sabas and you got Mr. Flowers out.
Full machinery.
You got Sabas, you got Flowers, you got Brave Davis,
Perry
you
Christie.
got Perry Gladstone Christie, you got Shane Gibson, you got all the old and the new and the, I ain't sure yet, but I think I'm coming this way. You got every four-wheeler, you got dirt bike, you got, hey, what the hell were you thinking? You should have just leave them alone and let them go.
I thought I even see the tricycles from Baby Boy.
They got everything. They got Debo down there too. They got everything down there.
Oh boy.
They got everything. When you look at that constituency, and Brian is assured that he can win. Brian is assured that he's going to win.
Brian has confidence.
Yeah, I don't know where this assurance come from. He said the number boy.
I'm not sure if Brian has, or Brian believes that he has a better connection with the people, and the people will vote like for the family. They're going to vote for him. They see him as family. They don't see him just as a representative because he lives there. He said he spoke about being on the ground continuously, never leaving the ground, doing his work. His office never closed. He's never missed a beat. We've seen all of those things emerge out of Golden Isles, and he's screaming that this is who I am. And on the next level, we've seen Mr. Pickstock come into the Golden Isles constituency, and he's saying to the people, this is who I am. Preferably than the man who's saying, I'm on the ground, Howard. And so, with that level of machinery, we spoke about the Sabas, we spoke about all of the former ministers and persons that would have been using in Golden Isles. It's going to be a tricky one. I think this one is either do or die. And that's going to be a measurement that we're going to be able to look at on either end.
You know, his campaign is weak. His activism his presence, his commitment, his endurance over the course of time was strong, but the way that he packaged it and presented it to those particular persons in that constituency is weak. Is weak. I never left is a weak thing to say. Because you know who's also never left? Common law wives. I just want to be very clear with you. They've been there the whole damn time. And I meet one little thing in 6 weeks I was married. Bang! I ain't had no time. I was with you for 15 years. I never left. Ain't nobody care if you never left or not. You there for convenience. This is not a good, strong campaign for me. I never left. I never left. What you mean you never left? Let me read the word of God. The word of God said a man was at the gate beautiful for 33 years. He never left. And he didn't have the strength to get in the pool. I just get preachy with you sometimes, you know. You never left ain't enough for me. You never left don't mean nothing to me. Some women married right now, their husband never left, but he sleep on the couch. They married right now. They got 2 rooms. The man sleeping in the next room.
He never left. Praise God.
The word of God says it's easier for a man to sleep on the corner or the roof. I just get preachy with you all, you know. Or up on the roof, on the corner. You know why? Because the man needs to be able to tell Jesus Christ, Lord, I never left. I didn't want to be in the house with the woman.
But I never leave.
But I never leave. If you read that passage, the passage didn't say it's easier for a man to live in the bush than to live in a house with a contentious woman. That ain't what it say. It's easier for a man would rather live on the roof of his house, in the corner of the roof, in the heat, than to live inside the house with a contentious woman. And the only reason that man ain't leaving is because word of God, conviction, and that particular commitment that he have to be able to go back to God and say, well, God, I never left. Never left ain't got nothing to do with nothing. You need to make a determination and be able to make sense with the time that you have. Because many a man would stand before Jesus Christ and say, God, I never left. And then you know what he can say? Depart from me.
I know you're not.
I never knew you. You say, but I never left. But I never knew you. Why? Why? The one with the one talent who said, well, God, you know, you need to give me one talent. So I decided to hide that talent. I didn't want nobody to see that. And so I've given you back what you give me. Hell is your portion. I never left. You see, that's why you all people, you all need, I don't know who you all have as being advising you all. See, people may not necessarily, all of them may not necessarily break it down like how I'm breaking this down to you. All they may not necessarily have the wherewithal to be able to use the language to break down this information to say to you, boom, boom, boom. But I could tell you with a sense of certainty and clarity in my mind that I never left registers in their spirits, and it's not good enough. Because every one of us have been to a job that we've been miserable on for the longest time. And the only thing we could say is,
I never leave.
I never left. You've been non-productive. You never get promoted either. You've been here all this time. You ain't get promoted. You never leave. You can't afford a damn car. You can't pay a mortgage payment. You owe Furniture Plus money. But all you could say is, I never leave. How is that good enough? How is that a strong enough campaign to be able to present to people? How is it? How is it to say that, well, at least I'm here? We are tired of incompetence. We're tired of it. We don't want to hear it anymore. And from this particular candidate, win, lose, or draw, it's still incompetence. It don't matter. It don't matter what today brings. What you get from Brian Brown is a glorified campaign manager. He's a glorified general who's been elevated again by social promotion. They don't want me to say things like this, Ian. It sound bad how I say it. It sound bad.
Howard, I'm going to have to ask the questions, Howard.
It sound bad.
The grounds are hot and everybody is speaking. People have their candidate. They want to endorse their candidate. Some said they want to endorse their party. I think there was a woman that she said it in the news this morning while she went into the polls to cast her vote. And they
could stop her.
They asked her the question. She said, I don't really know the candidate, Darren Pickstock, but I'm a supporter of the Progressive Liberal Party. And I've been this way from I was a child, and I'm going to be this way until the day I die. So I'm here to support the party itself.
My man. Yeah, we can have a lot of that.
You're going to have that on the ground. The question is, do the F&M have the machinery, or are they put together, patch their differences to look past their circumstances internally and do that now? But now is the hour, though.
We already talked about that.
But we are now in the hour.
Any victory that we see that billows out of the constituency of Golden Isles for the Free National Movement, whether that's by 1, 100, or 1,000, any victory that we see billowing out of the constituency for the F&M specifically has nothing to do with the organization. Nothing. Let's not make any mistakes about this. This has absolutely zero to do with the organization. The only strength of this organization is establishment, not its commitment, not its momentum, not its cohesion, not its vision that it's casted. Nothing. This dispensation of the Free National Movement has absolutely nothing to offer the people of Golden Isles specifically, because we haven't gotten anything to the general election yet. Maybe they can get an agenda and annex the agenda and put an addendum to it and do this and do that and then present us something. But at this particular juncture, the Free National Movement is riding on the coattails of the labor that was rendered to the constituency of Golden Isles by the one man, Brian Brown, in his capacity as a glorified general. Not the vision that he's cast for the constituency. Because we listen in all the time. I haven't heard vision for the constituency. I've heard maintenance. Come on now, can we have a conversation? I've heard maintenance, a desire to be able to ensure that we can put infrastructure to these particular places, but not necessarily casting a vision. Now, like it or like a lump it, I ain't got no problem with it. That's your business. I've heard vision from Pickstock, and maybe because he came in blindsided, maybe because he wasn't so close to the tree he could see the forest, he was able to cast a vision. The 10-point plan that he gave us the other day.
That's right, read it. It's very good.
The 10-point plan that he gave us the other day to be able to identify these things, maybe as a result of his being able to come in on the tail end and not necessarily having the intricate knowledge of the constituency, he could be able to give you some information and say, hey, listen, I believe that the constituency could be able to move forward with healthcare, could move forward with technology, could move forward with the registration desk, could move forward with infrastructural development, could move forward with the incorporation of a community, could move forward with a bank that we could create an entrepreneurial list. Listen, I ain't campaigning for him. I'm only saying this is what I remember on the table. You understand? I never left is not enough for me. I never left is not a campaign, and then you would only find people gravitating towards you simply because, and see, Bahamian people need to become more genuine and honest. You're only voting for this man because he have on a red, and red is your team. You're only voting for him. If we take every team and every color for every man on that stage, FNM, PLP, DNA, FNM, PLP, Independent, and COI, if we take all their colors off and look at them stark naked as they present themselves, without colors, without affiliation, just simply with a vision, the question is, whose vision has the wherewithal, the strength to be able to carry you with them? Whose vision? Whose vision have we seen out of the four people? The vision isn't cast in this sort of this kind of a concept of a perfect world, right? In a perfect world, we could be able to get this. In a perfect world, we could do that. If you give me an opportunity, we live in a perfect world. The vision isn't cast in that particular manner. The vision is cast with a very clear understanding that with the inclusion of our brothers and sisters, we can get to an objective. Whose vision have you seen that can be able to, that you would give support to without the affiliation? If you had to say eeny, meeny, miny, mo, and choose them from the vision that they cast for the constituency, whose vision is strong enough? You tell me, Ian.
Well, based on what you're saying, I mean, we've had all of the candidates lay out their plans in regards to the constituencies and what are their future plans and how they intend to achieve what they're achieving. I think the one that stands out the most in that particular arena would have to be Mr. Pickstock, because like you said, there was a 10-point plan and it was stating what structurally he was going to do to get to this particular phase. I think where you would have made mention with Mr. Brown's campaign, I think he's kind of banking on the fact that here I am. This is who I am. This is who I've always been. This is me in the arena. People know me, and so they trust me. They trust my ability to do what I say I'm going to do. But like you said, can we see a comprehensive plan? Or is even if it's far-fetched, even if it's not to come right now, tell me something. Let me know where we headed. How are we going to bring this to a close? How do we get there?
How is it okay? How is it okay? How is it okay that for you to be able to say to someone who needs to be able to be propelled from a potential position, a paraplegic who maybe need that kind of encouragement, maybe need a jolt, maybe need some assistance, how is it okay to be able to say, well, I sat here with you, I never left? It's not enough.
They want to know what the plans are. Where are we headed? I think the country is looking for representation where you can say to the people, this is where we at, this is where I intend for us to go, and these are the steps that we are going to take to get there. And I think that is something that, being a voter, I think you should be able to ask the candidate when they canvass the area and knock on your door. Let me know those kind of things. Let me know how we are going to be a part of, how we're going to integrate to become a better Bahamas. What are your intentions for my area, let alone the Bahamas itself? Let's talk about my constituency and the people that live in the constituency. What kind of makeup do you have in your constituency?
Desperation has put you in a peculiar position, because desperation don't care if you was in there. Desperation don't care if you're a man of the soil. Desperation only care.
Can you solve the problems now?
Can you solve my
right now?
Can you help me now?
Right now.
Desperation don't care about.
We're in a now time. They're gonna ask the question: can you deal with it now?
Can you do this now? Desperation does not care about anything else. Simple. Desperation is not concerned about these other things. It only cares about how can we fix this. We talked about Maslow's hierarchy of need. People in the constituency of Golden Isles, if we ride the constituency, what you see when you ride the constituency?
Roads, pavements.
Okay. What else you see?
We see lighting. We're seeing pushback.
What else you see?
Streets. We're seeing some things that never happened. Basketball courts, painting.
What else you see?
Things going on. We're seeing roof supplies. We're seeing
what else you see?
We're seeing if you need a couple of dollars, you can come through and you can get that. I seen the fish fries.
What else you see?
Grilling. I see the food giving out.
You see them new fence?
I see new fences.
Oh Jesus! What else you see? What else you see?
There's a lot of stuff.
What else you see?
They did a machinery.
You see people whose house was sitting down there up the bell course who ain't touch it for man, I can't get no amen, Jesus. I don't care what you say. I can't get no amen. Houses that I know when I was living in the constituency for over a decade. That house was sitting up the bell course because they had no money.
Fix the roof.
But what happened?
Praise Jesus.
I can't get no amen. Desperation and necessity don't care about your integrity or these things like this. They ain't care about that. And today, gonna be a hell of a day. Because we need to know whether or not the Bahamian people are so desperate that they'll take whatever you throw at them.
It's the measuring stick now.
Or the Bahamian
we had the measuring stick.
Or the Bahamian people are so disgruntled. The apathy is so rich in the constituency that no matter what the hell you give them, they voting against you. And if the PLP loses this seat today, you could forget about it. Because Brian Brown don't have the strength to be able to pull all them people by himself. He ain't got that strength. He need the strength of the organization. The organization is limp now. The organization is not unified. It doesn't have a vision. It's not being able to cast these particular things. Brian Brown don't have the strength to pull his entire constituency over the threshold.
Will they be limp if he wins?
Who's that? The constituency?
The constituency.
We didn't talk about that. We didn't talk about if
We have some viewers who we have some viewers
Brian
that-
Brown win.
We have some viewers that wasn't tuned in now. They may be tuned in now. It's election day.
If
So,
Brian Brown win, he didn't tell you he can't do nothing for them people. He didn't tell you that out of his own mouth. If the Guardian could take it and manipulate the words of Darren Pickstock, contort it to a position where he said, well, they could identify and conject, give you this sort of an idea. They project this idea and cast it on the membranes of your brains, the walls of your head. Well, Darren Pickstock is a PLP, and he's saying that the PLP, who was the candidate in this constituency, didn't do it, so he talking bad about the PLP. Obviously, he's campaigning for Brian Brown. That's the contortion. That is the linguistic contortion that we've identified coming out of the Guardian. And so we could take the same principle and apply it to this thing and indicate that if Brian Brown has said to the people of the constituency, if the PLP loses, bushcrack man gone, none of these works can be done. Well, are you saying you can't get the works done, sir? What are you saying? That I should vote for the PLP? It's simple contortion if this is what you want to do. If this is your desire to be able to contort these words, then that's it. That's it. And we can identify that.
Should the public works stop?
Public works
question.
cannot stop.
Okay.
It cannot stop. It cannot stop.
Either which way, if Brian Brown is the candidate for
If you
Golden
give me a
Eyes,
contract, I can need the contracts is come in mobilization, first payment, and then final pay. Okay? The contracts is coming mobilization. You need a couple dollars to get started. Mobilization is normally 20% of the contract. Okay? So if it's a $20,000 contract, you get $4,000. Okay? That's normally how it starts. You get $4,000, and then out of the $16,000, you should get $8,000, the second one. Hello? How do you know this, Howard? Behave yourself. Let's just be very clear about these things, okay? Behave yourself, right? So you get your 20% up front, which is mobilization. You should be able to get 50% of the remaining, which would be $8,000 if it's a $20,000 contract. So you would have already gotten $12,000. Now you got $8,000 to go. You cannot get that $8,000 until absolute completion. You think these fellas, most of them probably only get mobilization at this point. The completion ain't coming until after the election. The work can't stop. The work can't stop. They gotta still pay me for my I put on the I got to pay people. I got to pay people.
in a timely manner also, Howard.
I got to pay people. I got to take care of these things. You already then signed the contract. You've indicated these things. You started the process. I've done the work. I need this particular thing to complete the work. The works have to be to say something silly to that. It says to me that these people don't even understand how government workers work. Wasn't the PLP building homes during Perry Christie's time? Those homes were completed. Now, the government of the Bahamas, which was the Free National Movement, took some time before they paid those particular things back after the principled concept of when they come into government with stop, review, cancel. Yeah, so a lot of things slowed down as they transitioned their administration. But guess what? Guess what happened? And people get paid.
You have to pay them.
When you work for the government, you can get paid.
It's a binding contract.
You can get paid. So to be able to sit up there and tell the Bahamian people to work and stop is an asinine thing. But that's a casual conversation that you and I could have on the court. That's a casual conversation that a general could pass by and say, well, you know this down work couldn't finish round. Yeah, boom, boom. That's a general thing. But as a visionary and a leader of this constituency, to be able to perch yourself on a pedestal and speak to the Bahamian people about the fact that this is what our expectation from a formality of the government, and this is what the F&M kept doing. I getting hot. I can't deal with this. The F&M keep doing this asininity. They're for them sitting on a national stage and saying to people, what about the passports? Sitting on a national stage that going out to the world.
And we must be mindful of those things.
To the world. And saying, you did, they did this, everybody coming out and refuting that. Everyone come out refuting.
They have to.
repeat it.
They have to. You're talking about a country now.
They ain't just have to.
You're talking about a country. The same thing we talked about the other day with
The sovereignty of our country is at stake.
Agreed. The same thing with the looting with the boats.
And you're sitting up there and you put this thing in this position and you expect us to move towards you. I want you to play that Hubert Ingram thing. You got it? Play that for me. Let me hear it.
It means you like bad treatment. Some people like bad treatment, you know. I don't believe you like bad treatment. No. You look to me like people who like good treatment. Yes. If you don't vote for them this time, they'll learn a lesson. Yes, they will. And of course, if they learn a lesson, they might do better next time. And they got plenty of time. If they win the election on Monday coming, they can hold an early election. Oh. By March, you'll be in the polls. Oh, no. If they don't win, they can stench. You take it from me.
So, okay. You know, nothing, and this is just how I see it. I was looking for the clip that you could be able to hear him say. There's a couple of things came up when he said to say, they call this one Papa and Daddy and so forth and so on. I wanted to be able to get a clip, and I'm looking for that, where we could hear him speak more specifically and emphatically about the posture of and the position that he would have taken. And he said to them, well, I told him not to run. And I need you all to hear that.
He said, wait for the big dance.
He said, wait for the big dance. I'm looking for that. And I want you to hear that. Is because I told you that Hubert Ingram's posture at this age, I have a grand aunt. She's dead now. My grandma tell me call her grand auntie. I don't know the intricacy of these things. She's a grand auntie boy. Right? And she was about 90-something years old when we was going to church in 8 Mile Rock. And every time we go to church, she would just blurt out in it, Jesus, baby, you're getting so wide. Right? She'd say something else to you. Right? My God, it was handsomer than this the other day. What happened? You're getting uglier. She'd say these things to you. Right? As an old woman, it just followed them out. And I know she don't mean no offense by it. I know she don't mean no offense by it. She just say it. Right? My uncle, my grandmother's youngest son, my uncle, he hasn't been to church for years at this particular juncture, right? He's always working. But he comes to church, and he did so maybe 3 Sundays in a row. Every Sunday she see him. She hug him. She meet him just under his chest area. That's how short she is. That's how tall he is, right? She hug him. She say, baby, Jesus Christ, baby, you're getting so fat, right? And my uncle is an avid, he work out. He always, he just trying to lose some weight. Hey, you see your boy trying to pull it down? That's him. He's like, hey, I'm putting it down, right? So all of us big, right? So one Sunday, this is the third Sunday now. He come to church, right? And you know, I ain't gonna tell you everything, but I can tell you that his mouth loose sometimes. So this the third Sunday, she hug him again. Almost like she forget the first 2 Sundays that she said this, and he smiled and he walk off. Right? She hug him again. Oh, Jesus, boy, you're getting so fat. And if I tell you what he tell a woman in church, Jesus. This is what Grammy tell us call her Granad. Me and my brothers laugh so much. Oh God, we go outside and we laugh. We can laugh in church because Jesus can see us. We go outside and we laugh. My cousins, we laugh. We could not believe that. He was insulted. My point to you. After you get a certain age, some things just can fall out your mouth. Hubert Ingram has climbed to that position in this country where he's an older man now. He's experienced. He's well versed. He has all his faculties about him, and he don't have the time to jive you. In fact, he has never been one to jive you. When you get Hubert Ingram on that stage, you may get the momentum that you're looking for, but the language that he speaks with is not a language that says FNM, FNM, FNM. Hold on, talk to me. It's not a language that says FNM all the way. It's a language now that speaks to balance, that speaks to the necessity of being able to ensure that all facilities can be taken care of, that it wouldn't cost us so much to be able to do these particular things, that we can mitigate against that. That's how Hubert Ingram is speaking in the language and the posture of a nationalist now.
And preserving integrity.
Now, you're getting Hubert Ingram. He's no longer speaking to you about FNM, 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 FNM. How could he open up his mouth and tell you? Why did he say to us? I told him not to do it.
It's the second time.
Why would he say that? Why would you say that? No one should have to prep you to go up there. You should know better than this. Hubert, you was a professional at this. Why would you open your mouth and tell the people I told him not to do it? You know why? Because at the end of this, Hubert Ingram still needs to be able to come out shining. It's a deep political conversation about to get into. Hubert Ingram still need to be, listen, he is like Troy. He is like a damn gladiator. He is like Caesar. He has mounted this chariot. Every time he stands behind that podium, he could feel the strength, the vigor return to his body. This is his place of business. This is what he loves. This is what he does. He lives for this. This is what he wants. When they play that song, oh God, he could feel the spirits coming in. Yes. And then he stand behind there. He is now on Mount Vernon. He's at the top of the mount. And he speaks down, almost like Moses, as he holds the two tablets in his hands of authority in this particular capacity. And he's speaking to you. And so he have to let you know, don't you ever try to diminish my political value. I told him not to do this. The same way I told him not to run in West Grand Bahama. My value is undeniable. My political insight is, you can't even question that posture and position. I told you not to do this. So in the event of a victory, when Pintard still needs to go run back to the donors, and the donors now looking for debriefing, Hubert Ingram sits in the corner and say, what are you going to do? What are you going to say? Well, I told him not to do it. Told him not to do it. And so what? Now Hubert Ingram is back in the position of being able to look around for another leader. And Michael Pintard could be able to shrug it off and say, well, I can be straight, win, lose, or draw. I can be good. But he hasn't listened to wisdom. He hasn't used calculation. All he did with his raw, unadulterated passion and determination to be able to acquire something without understanding that there comes a strategy to these particular things. How can you have a successor, be the successor of a successful man who has pulled you close and you ain't learning nothing from him or her? How? Listen to me. Once bitten, twice shy. This is the second time. You can get bite again? We have to wait and see. We have to wait and see. This is a devastating and blowing defeat if the FNM loses today. If the PLP loses today.
If they have to recalibrate, Howard, and the FNM loses the battle today, what then takes place within the FNM?
Adrian, are you listening to me? Adrian Francis, are you listening to me? If you're listening to me, Adrian, call my phone, 827-0111. If you are listening to me, I'm sure he may not be because he's probably on the ground right now. I listened to Adrian Francis the other day. Adrian Francis said something that was an amazing thing to me. Adrian said he got from good sources. This is what Adrian said. He said, I got from good sources that the Free National Movement's leadership, the financial arm, the economic arm of the organization, has started to vet others in the organization to see whether or not they're prepared to move towards leadership. This is what Adrian says. Adrian Francis. You go listen to his show Friday. This Friday show. Or Saturday. One of them. I think it was Saturday morning. He did a show. And he said that vetting was done specifically with Orinthia Komolafe. That's what he says. Hold on. Now, I ain't telling you that's true or false. No one never called me and say nothing like that. No one never called me and say anything like that. I'm simply saying this is what I heard Adrian Francis say on his show, on his platform. And I thought about that, and I realized that this is a conversation about smoke, but the fire is not afar off. The fire is not afar off. If the Free National Movement loses today, Michael Pintard is in problems. The only way Brian Brown would not be in problems is if there is a close margin.
The numbers are close, between 50 and 100.
Yeah. If he loses by 50, 100, even 250, that ain't bad. It's 8,000 people in that constituency. If you lose by 250,
close race.
It was a close race. And they could retain your position. You could easily say, okay, Pickstock got an edge from the support that he had.
Definitely, the entire party, the entire ground,
party,
the entire everything, mobilization from the government.
Assisted him, and that took him over the top. That's no problem. But Brian, you did damn well, boy. Look at these numbers. You did good.
Without
safe.
The support, yeah, Brian's safe.
But if Brian get blown out by 1,000, Brian, you're done. You're done. 8 years you break this damn constituency and they blow you out.
Yeah.
1,000?
That's finished.
That don't make no sense. Now they got to ratify a whole different candidate.
Yeah, that's finished.
You understand what I'm saying? A defeat for the Free National Movement in any way. See, Brian could find himself safe with close numbers. But defeat would still be able to put Michael Pintard in the hot seat.
2 losses going into general election. I think that'll be a poor thing for the party.
You can lose the general election.
That's a loss.
You can lose the general election.
That's a loss.
And beyond that, the reason why they had so much problems in the interim before they actually ratified the candidate and made a determination is because the people wasn't giving them the money. Ain't nobody just say, here, what y'all need. They had to have meeting after meeting after meeting after meeting after meeting.
That is an unprecedented thing, and that is the thing that we have not seen with the FNM on the whole. We have not seen where the FNM would have had to throw these cookouts. So we are seeing where they would have had sponsors for money. Normally, the procedure with them is that once the FNM comes out, the machinery is out, the mines are at work, and the money then financially just flows to the party. That is what we are accustomed to when we're seeing former leaders like the great Hubert Ingram, we're seeing even Minnis. We've seen all of them in there, and they're being able to grab the financial people at the party and say, hey, we need money. And they jolt the money in there and say, let's go.
Well, guys, this is going to be our first commercial break. We should have taken a break a little bit earlier, but, we was talking. So let's take this first commercial break. Let's talk about these particular things. When we get back, we can look at the intimate detail of these and try to be able to make a determination as to what's happening on the ground right out here. Quick break, guys. Going to be right back after this.
Man bad, woman bad. 6 1/2 same thing. Man a scheme, woman a scheme. 6 1/2 same thing. Man lie, woman lie. 6 1/2 same thing. Man like juice, woman like juice. 6 1/2 dozen, same thing. You say you don't trust me, I say baby why? Say when we go out, I can't control my eyes.
When we reach the party, you just disappear. All your boys cover for you, can't find you nowhere.
Some man look around, two man is scheme on woman, scheme on man, two man is make up the truth. Got their own truth, man is come home late. Come home late too.
Man bad, woman bad.
6 1/2 dozen, same thing. Man scheme, woman scheme. 6 1/2 dozen, same thing.
Man lie, woman lie.
6 1/2 dozen, same thing. Man juice, woman juice. 6 1/2 dozen, same thing.
Boy, you think I stupid? More fish in the sea. I look too good to stand up here and let you fool me.
I know how you just do when you want talk to man. You don't do it by yourself, your girls is lend a hand.
Me and my girls just left, but you want touch too. I may scheme a little bit, but I won't leave you. I make up the truth. Boy, you don't know the truth. I may come home late. You come home late too.
Man bad, woman bad.
6 1/2 dozen, same thing. Man a scheme, woman a scheme.
6 1/2 dozen, same thing. Man lie, woman lie.
6 1/2 dozen, same thing. Man like juice, woman like juice.
6 1/2 dozen, same thing. I will admit, woman smart, y'all got it down pat.
I admit nothing, even if I get catch.
But if a woman bad, that's why son and a bad man.
Whatever, you'll be back. That's why you name man. I leaving right now.
Go on then, pack up. Pack me stuff.
Don't tell me what to do, yeah?
That ain't yours. That ain't yours. No, that's staying here. I don't care.
You stay right there, you better.
I don't care.
Come from me.
With who money? Yeah, but you, with who
It's
money?
the money what I give
That's
you.
what look, yeah, he didn't call here, and I know he calling your
You
phone
stay
now.
out of my business.
So you
get
go where
catch
he
last
calling
week
you
and now
from.
you mad with me.
Cause that's where you need to go. Go.
I get out. Tell me what to do.
Come back.
Come out my way. I coming back in here when I feel like it.
Man
Bad, woman bad.
6 1/2 dozen, same thing. Man scheme, woman scheme. 6 1/2 dozen, same thing.
Man does lie, woman does lie.
6 1/2 dozen, same thing. Man juice, woman juice. 6 1/2 dozen, same thing.
Woman, you're bad.
6 1/2 dozen, same thing. Man scheme and woman scheme. 6 1/2 dozen, same thing. Man lie and woman lie. 6 1/2 dozen, same thing.
Woman scheme.
6 1/2 dozen, same thing. Man is teeth and woman teeth. 6 1/2 dozen, same thing.
Man juice, woman juice.
6 1/2 dozen, same thing. Man like a fun, woman a fun too. 6 1/2 dozen, same thing.
Man is sneak, woman is sneak.
6 1/2 dozen, same thing. What you do is what I do. 6 1/2 dozen, same thing.
Man is teeth, woman is teeth.
6 1/2 dozen, same thing. You ain't no better than me. 6 1/2 dozen, same thing.
Oh.
6 1/2 dozen, same thing. Go on, girl, go ahead, girl. 6 1/2 dozen, same thing.
6 1/2 dozen, same thing.
6 1/2 dozen, same thing. Ain't no different, ain't no fun.
Reality made. Now I know the day has come for you to go away, girl. She took away my love from me. She told me, boy, she gon' set me free. And all the love I had for her, all my love has gone away, girl. Go away, girl, and find someone just like you. come to another world. I'm searching for a brown new girl. She got a good reason to pass me by, cause me tears still in my eyes. Oh no.
Sub the horn. Thank you. Thank you. Mr. Leader, fellow FNMs. Yeah, Daddy been here. Well, Papa Reach.
This is his cue.
Just a moment. Just a word of advice to Daddy. Brave, my friend. I want you to know that Fox and Sabas is called Perry Christie, Daddy. A word of advice is enough.
The wise is sufficient. Let's play the next one. Oh, you ain't set it up yet. I'm not gonna fight you. Let's be clear about these things as we identify this and talk about where we are in this country.
Boy, Howard, we have a daddy, we have a papa, we have a father, and then we have not even an adopted son. These are the new things that we are seeing unfolding in the country.
This is the breakdown that we're seeing in the country. Now, as we identify this and we talk about what's going on in this country, we talk about where we are, we identify these things, you're going to get some historic insight if you listen to Hubert Ingram. You can get some historic insight if you listen to Hubert Ingram. You have to listen. And when you listen, you'd recognize, understand that he's never been far off. He's never been. He's still politically adept. He have all his political faculties about him. He understands exactly how the ground works. He understands from a historic standpoint exactly what's what. I don't know what you all have him for if you ain't gonna use him. I don't know. You think all you need him for just to be able to draw a crowd? It's a stupid thinking. This man is giving you insight and you refuse it. Listen to this next one.
I believe the man to do that job is Brian Brown. When this election came around, I spoke to him. I told him to let it pass, to wait for the big dance. But no, he said he couldn't wait. He said he loves you and he is in love with you. And he wasn't going to take the chance and let you get nobody else's hand.
Tried to fix it at the end. He tried to fix it again. Play it again, and then I can tell you in the pause.
So I said, go for it. Go for it. And he
Go ahead.
went for it. He works for himself.
Start it over. This ain't the
He's a
beginning.
very independent man.
Let's go from the top.
I believe the man to do that job is Brian Brown.
Okay, you on script.
When this election came around, you know, I spoke to him.
Stop. He stepped off the script just now. Did you hear it?
I heard it.
He stepped off the script just now. He say, you know, when this
freestyling. He
election
freestyling
time
then.
come around, you know,
Freestyling then.
for me tell you like that, he step off the script. Play.
I told him to let it pass.
Hold on. I told him to let it pass. In West Grand Bahama, only after the Guardian had put information out to indicate that Hubert Ingram said that you should not contest the by-election. You should let it pass. It's only when he addressed this. We did not know what he told Brian. We did not know. No one released the information that he told Brian not to present himself in this in the general election. No one. We did not know this. But he come out here and he tell us the intimacy and the issues that exist behind the screen. I tell him,
Papa.
why you have to do that? Why you have to do that? That ain't nobody business. It wasn't our business before.
He's the architect.
He wasn't trying to fix nothing in the newspaper that indicated that Brian Brown was told not to run. None of that was in the paper.
What is the architect?
Hubert Ingram had to come and tell you after all. Nobody know. I didn't know that. Why you tell me this? Now.
It's his platform.
Now, you, as small as a mustard seed, you place a seed of doubt.
It's his platform now. You just said it best. You said that once he's placed himself in that environment, it gives him some level of intensity. He must become who he is.
I have to tell you something, but no one else can tell you. Only I could tell you that.
Yes. That's the role they are playing.
is
That's
the
the
papa.
role. That is the papa telling you what he thinks about everything that is going on now.
By 2 o'clock, some numbers should come in. These are generic numbers. Not to me. I'm saying when you touch your people on the ground, by 2 o'clock, we should know who's in the lead. By 3 o'clock, we should know who's going to win. Press play again.
To wait for the big dance. But no, he said he couldn't wait.
Hold on. Now, I told y'all before that language is a very intricate thing. It's 90% body language. It's a percentage of tone and inflections, and then what you say. What you say is insignificant in comparison to how you say it. Listen to Hubert Ingram. But no is a heavy one. I told him to get ready for the big dance. But no, he don't want to listen. He refused to listen to me. That's what Grammy say. Well, you can see what lobster ate for. That's what Grammy them would say. But no, you don't hear. All right, you can feel if you can't hear. Then he indicates that Brian Brown says that he loves you all. That sounds like damn a kamikaze pilot to me. And a kamikaze pilot is a suicide pilot. When you have a conversation, but he loves you more than he loves himself, more than he loves his political career, the potential that exists for him to be able to put himself forward. Listen to me. You then get beaten a general election by a man who everyone say didn't have what it takes. You help him to victory on one side, the next side he beat you. He beat you on the next side. Twice. Or not. You didn't get defeat once. Today, if you get defeat again, it's a problem. And this can be the first thing that they say in the F&M meeting. Well, you better going to tell you not to run. Yeah, but he said you said no. And you kept going. This is an issue for y'all. I don't know if y'all understand that this is an issue. This is an issue, ladies and gentlemen.
Can you play that tone right there, what he says in the end there when he says that he loves me, please?
Go ahead.
But no, he said he couldn't wait. He said he loves you and he is in love with you. And he wasn't going to take the chance and let you get nobody else's hand.
Fix it. All this off script. All this is off script. You can see that? Everything he say is off script. He knew he said the wrong thing. He knew he shouldn't have told them people that I told Brian Brown not to run. He knew that. His conscience, who he's suppressed over the years, said to him, Ingram, I don't think you should say this. And you still say it. You then plant the information. You can't unring the bell. The milk already spoiled. You can't fix that. It already spilled. You can't fix that. You then do it. Bang.
That's the seed of doubt.
Bang. It's finished. Now, everything post-synopsis is going to be predicated on what Hubert Ingram said. So even if Hubert Ingram ain't in the room post-synopsis, this can be there. It's a lot. This is a lot, ladies and gentlemen. This is a lot. Hubert Ingram still run the F&M. Left, right, and center. Y'all can't get no money without Hubert Ingram. Oh God, you better pray to Jesus Christ that Hubert Ingram, like Hezekiah, y'all better stretch out and stretch forth and sackcloth and ashes and ask God for another 150 years for Hubert Ingram to live. Better pray to Jesus Christ that you got to pray. Because if you don't have the strength as an organization, as individuals, as a new form of leadership, to be able to cast a vision, to pull people, to be able to do these particular things, then you don't even need to be there. You might as well let Hubert Ingram run for leader. I'm making sense?
Making some sense, sir.
I mean, that's just, if you have to acquiesce to everything that Hubert Ingram says, you might as well move and let him do this.
Bring him back.
You might as well move and let him. You can't sit in this particular capacity with this authority that we believe that you have, and you're only operating in the capacity of a token leader. You're only a token leader. You might as well move. Hubert Ingram, come on the stage, everybody going crazy. Everybody going crazy. All them torch behind Michael Pintard, all Michael Pintard could talk about is, Michael Pintard, you're still operating in the capacity of a chairman. That's a chairman conversation to have. Brian Brown's conversation is a general's conversation. You all are on the big stage. Your roles have shifted. Your name has shifted. They don't even call you Michael no more. They just call you Chief. They just call you Mr. Leader. Your name and your role has shifted. Brian Brown's role and his name has shifted.
Shifted.
When Abram's name shifted, he was able to get Sarah pregnant. When your name shift, you're supposed to be able to perform in the capacity that you called to the office that you're in. Your name shifted and you still acting like you in the previous office. You up here telling me about passport. Let your generals deal with that. You up here telling me about passport. Let Dwayne Sands deal with that. He's a chairman. You up here taking on these tasks. These are menial tasks. What you doing? What are you doing? And it ain't enough for you to just touch it and go. Listen, you double down and and everyone refutes it, and you still double down. Mother's sick. Mr. Cooper come out from Bahamas here. The police come out. The Minister of National Security come out. Everyone come out. The Minister of Foreign Affairs come out. They say there's no information like this exists nowhere. You find a fella who disgruntled will get fired. A disgruntled fella, that's worse than finding a criminal. Only this is working in America. You get a criminal to incriminate another criminal, and you expect us to believe that this criminal is correct. This man was fired. Fired. You dig him up, bring him to the forefront, and say, this is what it is. Well, why he didn't give that information to the police?
You should have.
You can wait till this kind of time? Man, your story got holes in it, man. It's a Swiss cheese story.
You know, this is silly
It
season.
got holes in it.
This is a time when all of these things are coming.
Silly
up.
season.
Silly season, bro.
It's a silly season. But listen, Bradley Roberts them had a way to be able to stand there and be able to hit you with a zinger without even letting you know. Zing, boom. Just poke you with something. Boof. They didn't have this explain nothing. They didn't have to go into the depth and detail. They just poke it with you. Boom. You all need to get some money and pay for the revival of the punch. And then funnel information to that particular entity for all these salacious, foolish stories that you want to be able to tell, to be able to plant the seed of doubt into the minds of those people who read it. Because when you say it out of your mouth, we'd look at you different, man. You could find someone else to say this. When you say this out of your mouth, we look at you different. How can everybody refute this posture and position and you double down on it and the FNM will release information? And then all of a sudden, this man who get fired, we supposed to believe him? He bitter. It's a bitter man. He fire me? Huh. You can't trust. Okay, why you ain't going through the proper process of being able to do it? But you want me to sit down here and believe this man who just get fired. I don't know what you say to this man. I know what you offer this man, allegedly, hypothetically. I don't know nothing. All I doing is listening to a man who just get fired from this company. Come on, man, let's just shoot straight with these things. You diminish your strength, your position, and the character that we believe that you have. You continue to be able to lose value. Whilst Hubert Ingram is gaining political collateral, even as an old man who's not strategically in his position, you are wasting away the collateral that people continue to be able to give to you. The good name, the political good name that you have, which was better than silver and gold, you are causing that to be able to be eroded when you say silly things like this from a stage. Look, compare your speech to Hubert Ingram's speech. Look at the crowd. Look at the issues that you dealt with. Look at these particular things. Hubert Ingram came on. He was right on point. He drifted just a bit, but he did that strategically to be able to let you know that I stood Ingram and I got all the power. And he pulled right back on. I want you to vote for Brian Brown. Get right back on point. Get right back on topic. Let's keep moving forward. Not you. Let's talk about the damn passports. Oh, Jesus God. What are you doing? And this is where we are in this country. They gotta be better than that, man. Talk to me, Ian.
I think that you would have made mention in regards to positioning within the party and the maturity of these candidates and would they speak and shifting the rules. I think that a lot of them haven't shifted out of the previous roles that they would have occupied in regards to the chairman position, the general position, and these particular people. I mean, you would have given Mr. Michael Pintard a good name. You said that now people are looking at him as a chief. And being a chief means that
his name automatically changed.
No, I'm saying is the positioning changed, so the name changes with the position. So now you're referring to him as chief. And so if he is a chief, he's supposed to be able to
automatically, that's what they call him. His name changed.
He's supposed to hit a room as a chief. He's supposed to hit that room, hit the environment, hit a space as chief. He's
hitting it as Mr. Chairman, though.
He's supposed to hit it as chief. And I think that that is the disconnect that the people are seeing within not just the organization, but I think that we're seeing that at large in the country because they're looking at a potential leader, a person that has in the positioning to become the next prime minister in his position. But we're not seeing that connection with him as it relates to the people at large and the people surrounding him. He doesn't bring that. Yeah, he doesn't bring that kind of aura to bring the people in. We're not seeing that charisma to the floor. Like you said that when Hubert Alexander Ingram hit the stage, it felt electrifying. It took me back some years back in '92. I felt like Hubert's back on the stage. And it's like
every single time they're looking for voter sympathy and they're looking for nostalgia. Every time, that's Bahamian politics. They're looking to tap into nostalgia. They feed you rum. They turn the music up loud. They make sure. Listen, it don't matter what these people say when they're on the stage. Bahamian people are looking for that night after night party or the rally feeling that they can be able to enjoy themselves, have a good time, and then make the decision that they have to make later on. This is what they're looking for. You understand? When you see Hubert Ingram, nobody care what the hell Hubert Ingram have to say outside of his joke. Nobody care what Hubert Ingram have to say outside of the nostalgia that he brings when he actually purchased this particular podium. Hubert Ingram is a representation of the nostalgia. During this particular time, that nostalgia provided us an opportunity where we had the momentum on our side. If we bring back this nostalgia feel, maybe the momentum will follow. And that's what they're looking for. That's what they're looking for. Whilst you playing around in this kind of theoretical realm with the hopes and expectation that you could be able to revive this nostalgic feeling, the people that work to move towards you, Brave Davis on the ground now. One time ago, Brave Davis would have been right on the stage with Perry Christie. Bring the bell. You forget that. Bring the bell. Shaking the thing. Brave ain't got that time. You see him then shaking the damn bell. You think he got time for that? You think that? Brave Davis on the ground.
I heard a DJ set behind it. I think there was a singer that was singing, Daddy. That's all they were playing this morning. The people said that Daddy reached out.
And if you win tonight, you can hear Daddy's home. That's what you can hear. Y'all got to stop playing around with this politics in this country, man. You believe that this is a game. You believe that, see, it's only a game for those persons who are oblivious to what's actually happening out there. This is a jockeying for power. This is a jockeying and a jolting for power. And this representation, that is why Hubert Ingram wishes to be able to thrust his name in the ring, because he wishes to ensure that this expiration date on the political collateral that he has does not wither. Does not wither. And I listened to someone say the other day, the difference between the FNM and the PLP don't play that mess. They will tell you one leader the PLP has at a time. Perry Christie right there living, and the only time he shows up is when they request him. He never joke himself for nothing. He never lending no kind of, because they can call him right over there. Hold on, but look here. Perry, because his name gone back now. It ain't chief no more. It ain't PM no more. It could be boss or Perry. So they call him, they say that, Perry, we don't need you to be giving no advice for nobody. Stay in your position. And Perry plays his position well. I'm sure they accommodate him and make sure that he's comfortable. I'm sure that they do. I'm sure that they do. He's still got his people. He's still got his aid. He's still got this kind of a movement. He's still vibrant. Don't mind his hair being gray. I feel like his hair was gray from he was 40. He's still moving. We couldn't see it because it was dye. He's still moving about. Perry Christie's still jubilant. He's still youthful in terms of his vibrance and how he's being able to attract these things. But do you see him here? Do you see it? Do you see Perry Christie in terms of being able to perch the stages and being able to try to rally the crowd and all that?
You don't have to.
They don't have to do none of that.
They don't have to.
They don't have to do that. Why? Why do FNM need to go pull out can these bones live again? Why do FNM got to do that with Hubert Ingram all the time? Unless Hubert Ingram tell you, now you can call me tonight, eh?
They haven't transitioned and restructured.
The party can't survive like that. Anyway, we're about to get out of here in a couple of minutes, guys. We got to be able to have this very clear conversation with you and talk about these things. It's getting near 2 o'clock. Somebody call me and tell me what you say, what you're hearing on the ground. It's near 2 o'clock. People have been voting for hours now. 6 hours of voting. 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 1, 2. 6 hours of voting. It's near 2 o'clock. By 3 o'clock, who ain't voting ain't gonna vote.
Polls close at 6.
Polls close at 6, but you see anybody be running there after 5. Ain't nobody got time for that. You take a couple hours off, you come there, you vote, and you relax yourself. You find one tree to go under, you play some dominoes, you sit down with some people, you have some political conversations like how we having today, and you do what you have to do. Nobody rushing to go vote at 6 o'clock, at 5:30. What's not done at 3 o'clock? 3 o'clock, the major number should be in. The major number should have already been in by 3 o'clock. Those campaign persons on the ground should have already identified themselves. The people who go in to vote, they don't have to say, I'm voting for PLP, eh? You know who your people are. You know the commitment that the people would have made in the constituencies. You know the commitment that the people would have made in their rooms when you go into their houses. So when you see your people, you could say, and they say, and you know, we there. You know where we is. We here. I got you. Let's go.
So there may be a big
3 o'clock, you should be able to run them numbers. Every polling, every general in each polling division. Listen, man, y'all don't know how campaign is run, you know. Every general in each polling division should be able to identify who their people is in this polling division. Once they could be able to put down those numbers, these people showed up in this particular polling division. X amount of people, 350 people voted in this polling division. We believe that 175 of them is our numbers. Boom, you send them numbers there. You send your numbers into the thing. Somebody write down the 175 polling division number 8. Polling division number 7, 350 people voted in this polling division. We believe that 225 is ours. Boom, you write that down. Boom. By 3 o'clock, you ready to know your numbers. And you look at those numbers and you make a call. And Perry Christie say, it was 3 o'clock in the day. And we already knew what happened. And so I called former Prime Minister Dr. Hubert Minnis. And I said to him, well, Bola, you know we got it. And he said, it's not over. And I laughed. And I said, well, I can help you write your concession speech. You hear him say that?
I heard him say that.
Okay, then talk to me. And I laughed my guts out when he said that, because that was a low blow. That was a low blow. Because Perry Christie, these man, them, you know, they still remember the cut behind he got in 17. He still remember that. And they returned the thing to you in 21. They returned it to you. And so Perry Christie said it was 3 o'clock in the day. We had already know our numbers. And so I wanted to wait, but I had to give him a call. And I called him and I said to him, well, you know, we got it. And he said, no, well, it ain't too late now. And I said to him, well, you know, I can help you write a concession speech.
Some people ask.
I'm good at that. All right. And we laugh and laugh that he good at concession speech. And we laugh. We laugh. Because that's what statesmen understand. They understand the game, they understand the theatrics associated with it, and they understand of being able to make their mark, not just for now, but well into the future. To understand that they played an intricate role in the transition of how these particular things happen. Now, if you don't understand that, if you're out here, all you're doing is putting an X, you ain't put no numbers together, you don't understand these things, then you don't know, man. You don't know. 3 o'clock in the day, we will know who win. 3 o'clock in the day. 3 o'clock in the day. Hold on, let me fix this. 3 o'clock in the day. We will know who win. I had to fix my hand just now. I was like 3 o'clock in the day. It was too much. 3 o'clock in the day. We will know.
Howard, the funniest part about it is that I think that somebody would have called and reached out to the Honorable Dr. Hubert Minnis and asked him his opinion. Why, did he go underground with Brian, or, he knows Brian. Would he go and support Brian, etc.? I think his comments led to him saying something of the nature of that he's focused in Killarney. He's basically on the ground in Killarney, just doing what he does best.
As a statesman, like he's a politician. He's good at this,
He's doing what he does best.
But him, I got the bend for me. He on everybody TikTok. He got all these young children. I see him laughing. He had I think one of his girls in his office. He's showing her TikTok, and he said, I showing her a joke, but she laughing too hard. And I had to look at her like this. I laughing at everything this man doing.
Is the human side of him is saying, but this is the time that we're seeing the human side of Dr. Hubert Minnis now.
It's hilarious.
We haven't seen that in him before. We're seeing this.
One cut hip.
We've seen this kind of off the character kind of speeches.
One good cut hip.
The 1, 2, 3s.
Remember.
What he's saying to you now, he's saying to you, I can do the get them Reggie. I can relate to the young people. I'm reaching out to the young people. And you're seeing a new branding of Dr. Hubert Minnis. So with all of this things happening in Killarney, and we're looking at Golding Isles at the same time, if Mr. Pintard loses, do you see some level of transitioning happening? Doc say don't call him out just yet.
No, it ain't gonna happen like that.
Doc say don't join him out just yet.
You can't count Doc out until there is a defeat. And if the Free National Movement is defeated in 2026, Dr. Hubert Alexander Minnis has not denounced his position in the Free National Movement. He has not done that. Dr. Hubert Alexander Minnis has indicated that he will be running in the next general election. Dr. Hubert Alexander Minnis has never disassociated himself with the Free National Movement, but he's steadfast in his commitment to do these things. It's quite clear. Some things don't need to be said. That you have Michael Barnett in that particular constituency, and as Michael Barnett is in that constituency, Dr. Minnis is simultaneously in that constituency. Only can be one F&M candidate at a time.
But isn't that boundary alleged to be the boundary commission is going to cut that or split that particular area? We're being hearing that.
That is what we've been hearing. That
quote unquote, we've been hearing that in the waves.
Shannon Cartwright is being able to look forward to, right? He's looking forward to being able to get in that constituency. But I feel like there's going to be a little fight for him because that constituency, in my view, it'll be paired better with a Dr. Dwayne Sands as opposed to a Shannon Cartwright.
But my thing is, why would Shannon Cartwright want to be moved out of?
Because Shannon Cartwright is going to lose in St. Barnabas. And not because he's not a good candidate. He won twice. But the people of St. Barnabas have committed themselves to someone who could take care of them. And the person who's been taking care of them over the course of from 2021 to current is who? Michael Halkitis. How did Michael Halkitis know to do this? He took a page from Shannon Cartwright's book. The people who were supporting Shannon Cartwright is now supporting Michael Halkitis. And Shannon is very astute. He understands. And I don't believe that he is oblivious to the fact that victory does not belong to him, not this go round. The PLP will cut the boundary and identify the strong seats. And unlike Cheryl Bazard, Michael Halkitis has been on the ground. He has become relatable to those persons. He has taken care of those persons. Even in his position and capacity as a senator, he has done all that he can to ensure that he accommodates those persons. And I believe, just as they gave the support to Shannon Cartwright, that they will give the support to Michael Halkitis. That's why Michael Halkitis did not run in Golden Isles. He did not run. Why? Because he is invested so much in the constituency of St. Barnabas. He knows that victory is inevitable. And Shannon has watched him, and he knows that Michael Halkitis' victory is inevitable.
This is going to be a tricky one.
Shannon needs to move. To preserve his position in the Free National Movement, to preserve his position as deputy, to preserve all these particular things, Shannon has to move.
But the question then, where do we put Dr. Sands? We've been hearing some things about Dr. Sands.
They say that Dr. Sands is going to be going to Bamboo Town. The difficulty that the Free National Movement has is that if Dr. Sands doesn't go to a constituency like Long Island or St. Anne's, Dr. Sands, there is no guarantee for victory for him. There isn't. Dr. Sands is hoping that he could be able to find that strength in Bamboo Town. But the truth of the matter is that as soon as Renwood Bell shows up, it's taking 650 votes off of your thing right off the top. Brentwood Wells, one with the FNM, one with the PLP, and find themselves nestled in this position. God spare his life and his health. Brentwood Wells presents himself in the next general election. He gets about 700 votes right off the top. If we look back at previous general elections, this is the same constituency where Brentwood McCartney got 1,000 votes.
So that may be good for Patricia DeVille.
Yeah, it's going to be good for Patricia DeVille if she decides that she's going to run. And maybe with this debacle that she's seen coming to the forefront and this unsurety with all these particular persons, she could slip right back there and find victory. But I don't believe that her issue was within her constituency. Her issue was with being able to identify a position and getting the level of respect and authority that she demands in a particular capacity. More specifically as Speaker in the House of Assembly and even more intimately as a Member of Parliament. She's indicated that there is no respect here. So her decision, I don't believe, is not based upon whether or not she's going to get support in the constituency of Bamboo Town. It's whether or not she's going to get the level of respect she desires or she believes that she deserves. And I believe that is placing her in a position of consideration because she has not said to us yet whether or not she can run or not. She hasn't said that to us as yet. So we're waiting for that. As we wait for that, we wait with bated breath to be able to identify that from a mathematical standpoint, she could win that.
Then we're still waiting on Southern Shores.
On Southern Shores, the two persons that are vying for that particular thing, based upon what I've seen come around, is Clint Watson and Obi Roberts. Those are the two persons. Now, Southern Shores is going to have a difficulty. Oh, God. I feel myself getting deep with that just now. You gonna see me say, oh God. I say, oh God. I had to hold it back.
Let's talk politics, Howard. Let's talk politics.
Southern Shores is going to have a difficulty.
Mm-hmm.
My good friend, Leroy Major, there is sort of a tart taste. You ever drink like tamarind? Like tamarind juice or tamarind?
It has a special taste.
It's like that kind of a tart taste. Even though you know that there is a level of sweet there, it's a tart taste. And it's an acquired taste for some people who could push past that kind of a tart taste, right? Leroy has left a tart taste with his representation in a lot of the person's mouths in the constituency. How can we say this? Is because there is, even as he sits as the Member of Parliament, there are other persons. He's a living, live, breathing, functioning Member of Parliament with all his faculties about it. And people are vying for a position to take him out. And if they're vying for a position to take him out and he's doing nothing to be able to retain his position, that means that the party has come to a consensus that it's time for you to be able to transition and move on. Now, the PLP being who they are, I believe that the transition would equate to this sort of an idea that we're going to accommodate you in other areas and alleviate you of this responsibility that we don't think that you did well with. But we're going to take care of you. That's what the PLP does. The PLP ain't going to leave you hanging. The PLP will take care of you, right? And I believe that that's what they did. I believe that that's what they're doing, right? So as we identify that, and as we see those particular things, we come to this conclusion. Can Denley Penn take the constituency of Southern Shores? It's going to be a difficult thing. It seems as though it's a concerted collaboration and a conglomerate that has come together to pull Denley Penn down to absolute nothing. Over the past 3 days, I've watched people call her everything other than a child of God on the internet. Have you seen this?
I've seen it too.
Over the past 3 days, they call this woman everything other than a child of God on the internet. And it seems like it's a concerted effort, a determined effort, a conglomerate that has come together to pull down Denley Penn.
I think it's her persona. I think she's stepped into the arena, and she has this thing about her as if I've already made it. I'm here. I don't need the help of the people. I'm just me, and I'm just going to take the whole stage.
Can I say this? Obi Roberts is my very good friend, but I would not pair in that constituency. Oh God, Obi, don't kill me. Don't kill me. Don't kill me. I just want to be decent. Simply because what they're saying against Denley Penn, I would take a softer approach and being able to combat her and provide a level of conviction and stability that she may not necessarily possess. And I believe that the candidate that should be able to go against her should have should be able to contrast her position. If she is strong and verbal and people are not saying good things about her even now, then who do we identify that we can be able to pair her with in this constituency that people could realize that this is a true refreshing choice outside of this particular person? Who do we pair her with? And I don't know whether or not it could be Obi Roberts, because Obi Roberts sometimes, whether that is just something that he's actually inherited from his father, could be a little bit contentious. You don't need people choosing between the lesser of quote unquote two evils. You need there to be a choice here. If they've just gotten rid of Leroy Major, if he's gone, if Denley Penn is obviously not necessarily the choice in this particular constituency, who do we now put in this constituency that we can say this is diametrically opposed to Denley Penn's position?
Well, the candidates are there. I mean, the party has, I think, identified both of those persons with regards to Clint Watson and Obi Roberts. And so those two names are in the bag for Southern Shores.
What I'm saying to you is that I'm not going to come up here and endorse anyone.
No, but what I'm saying,
if we look at it and we see the character and the caliber
and the community and the community itself, if we look at that area,
the community said this is what the
we're looking for,
taste
and what we're looking for now
was left in our mouth from your former candidate. What now do you replace that with?
I think that the party would have to look at certain things, considering Obi Roberts and Mr. Clint Watson. I think we'd look at the time that Mr. Roberts would have put into the party in itself. And, the first time they told Mr. Roberts, not now. The second time we on the helm, they said, not now. And so now he's at the third time. So would this speak for him becoming a candidate if this doesn't pull off? Or are they going to create that area that we talked about in Kalani and preferably say, well, we're going to put you in this particular area because it's been done before. So, I mean, you can satisfy both candidates by doing something of that nature. But I think that it's going to be kind of a tricky situation if either or either. If you do not go with Mr. Watson and you do go with Mr. Roberts, what is that saying to Mr. Watson himself, who has, I think, done a remarkable job in regards to the entrance of the Progressive Liberal Party going in?
The parties can't be concerned about how men feel after they have not been chosen to represent the organization in a particular capacity. Persons who are a part of an organization, if they're being told that it's not right now, that doesn't mean forever. Clint Watson is in a very comfortable position. Obi Roberts is in a very comfortable position. Their responsibility to retain that comfort and level that they have is as a result of the PLP being in power. They now have to ensure, win, lose, or draw with the acquisition of this particular seat, which is Southern Shores, to ensure that their organization, the PLP, wins the general election. That's all the hell you got to be concerned about after that. If they tell you not now, you ain't a kick up and, hey. We ain't got to talk about your salary. We ain't got to talk about how many, but we know that you know that you're comfortable. We know that you know that you're comfortable. We know that you've ascended from a position where people were looking at you with disdain, and now you've found yourself to critical acclaim nationally. We know that you better make sure that the PLP get back in. So whoever the hell the PLP choose, their choosing has to be done with wisdom. And whoever's not chosen, their position needs to be commitment and walking with the next candidate. That's it. It don't matter if Obi was looked over 1,000 times. There's other people in the Free National Movement who was looked over 1,000,000 times. You understand? The value that you show for yourself, the value that you do in these particular areas. Let's shoot straight, okay? Let's shoot straight. Michael Alcides is a senator. As a senator, Michael Alcides has never left the constituency of St. Barnabas. Did we see Obi Roberts continue to be able to do that great work that he was doing in Golden Hours? Remember, he's giving out all them bags and he's doing this and doing that and all those things, and he didn't get the nomination? He didn't continue in that constituency. He didn't continue in any constituency. He didn't identify a local constituency to start to be able to develop himself in. He went ahead and do his work. And then when the time came up, then he says, okay, I think I want to do this. You understand? And he called Obi name specifically because Obi knew that he always wanted to be able to be representative in this capacity. I never saw this for Clint Watson. I didn't know what was in Clint Watson's heart. But I never saw him made any strides. I thought media was his thing. Now he's made a transition into another space. So, let the chips fall where they may. How are we talking? Am I making sense?
Howard, I think we're going to have to bring the incumbent. We have to bring Mr. Leroy Major on the show. We have to bring him on the show.
Ready for when Leroy?
Yeah, we have to bring Leroy on the show. Because these are questions we need to ask. He's a sitting member of parliament, and you need to be able to ask these questions to him.
I got to ask him. I tell him come long time. He tell me coming.
We can get him on.
You tell me coming.
We can get him on.
Let's do it. Ladies and gentlemen, we're talking about the politics. We're talking about these things. Tomorrow, God spare our life. We should know, unless there's a recount, we should know. And if there's a recount, the FNM is win. The FNM won. If there's a recount, with or without identifying who is the actual victor, the FNM has won. But we should know all these things. Guys, if you're living in this constituency of Golden Hours, you register to vote. A part of that 8,000 voters in the constituency of Golden Hours. We want you to get up and get out and vote today. The course of the country, politically and otherwise, counts on you, is depending upon you to be able to make your decision, so all of us can be able to feel the temperature, the direction in which you're going. Guys, it's a great show today, Ian, my brother. I want to thank you so very kindly for being able to tune in. Vote! Vote, vote, vote. I know you're voting for, whether it's FNM, whether it's PLP, whether it's COI, whether it's independent. Vote in the constituency in the by-election. It was a great show, man.
So it was a pleasure, Howard.
Thank you so much. You'll see you guys tomorrow. God spare our lives right here on The Foundation.